That's what I'm doing. We're gonna give it a little bit. Sorry, we can get more people in here. Overall market, however, let's do that real quick. Overall market's in a downtrend, obviously. The election is coming up and everything like that. Overall market's in a downtrend. Rejected here at the golden pocket. It's finding resistance here at the next level within the golden pocket, the 0.236 level at 11.045. I'm expecting to see come down here into this supply zone down there. Gonna give it a couple more minutes so I can get people in here. How was everybody's weekend? How was everybody's Halloween? Most importantly, hope everybody was good. I'll pop out the chat. I don't like that. Never mind. Fuck that. I don't like that. Appreciate you, brother. Okay, where the fuck the chat? Okay, there's the chat, man. Alright, so we're just gonna go over plays from last week. Most importantly, let's go for BA real quick. So BA was probably one of the best plays last week. I signaled it Monday, and it just ran all week. I signaled it at the break here, and at the break of this support level right here, 163. And ever since 163, it's just been on a steady downtrend, all the way down to 141. $20 move within the whole week. As you guys can see, it's ranging within this channel. I don't see it breaking this channel anytime soon. I don't see it breaking that channel anytime soon. Facebook was another one I signaled. Let's see here. Break below 272, probably target 271, 270. As you guys can see, it broke well below that. So I had it at the break at 272 specifically for this old support right here. It broke below that and ran all the way down. Let's see here, SQ, played SQ as well at the break of right here, I believe 164. I need to go back and see this real quick. Put ketchup on a steak, that's nasty. Admin's bulletin, Trump Biden. Let's go back here. Falling wedge, break above 170. Break below 164.5. Yeah, 164.5 was right here at this well-known old resistance. I knew it was going to become support, and it has become support. So I was waiting for the break of that, and it broke, and it fell all the way down to 154. It's a $10 drop on Square, which roughly averages about, doesn't average a $10 move at all. It roughly averages about 6 at most. Apple, if you have anything on it? Yes, I do. So Apple is within, let me clean all this up. So you want to look at the bigger picture first. So I have my let me just do my fibs from last support all the way to the swing high. As you guys can see, you could have played it whenever it rejected here at this golden pocket, rejected and fell below. But what I had set, I had break below 108, profit target 106.5, 103.5, break above. I like to play both sides. I don't like to be one-sided on things. Break below 108. Let's see why we chose 108. 108 was specifically because of this well-known area of support right here. Couldn't break there, so I was just waiting for this break here, and it never really broke. So yeah, so let's go on a different time frame. 1 hour, it's making lower lows, and it's making lower lows in the MACD as well. So this is not a divergence on the 1 hour. On the 4 hour, let's see, it is making lower lows on the 4 hour, but it's making higher lows in the MACD on the 4 hour as well. So that is a divergence right there. It did beat earnings, but nonetheless, earnings isn't really playing a factor within this market right now. So let's go to the 4 hour right here. So how I would have played this is how we will play this within this week. As you can see, a well-known resistance right here and a well-known support right there. So break below 107.67. Profit target would be 105.4 right there. Then 101.76 for the next one. If it would even fall that far, I wouldn't really bank on it falling that far. $2, $1.50 move right there. That's good enough. Apple really bearish this week. Yeah, King, it is. Pins. We did play pins this week, or last week, I should say. But anyways, you flip this around real quick. I don't like playing in the chop, so I'll wait for certain breaks. So technically, if you guys really want to, you could wait for the break up above this golden pocket. I like to wait for this certain break of a specific resistance slash support. So this right here, I would do a break above 111.3. As you guys can see right here is another area within the fibs. I believe this is the 0.386, I believe. Yeah, 382 right there. It's the 0.382 right there. So $2 move right there. If once it breaks above here, it can go all the way up here. As you guys can see, there's a little gap right there. Fell through at the night, but no matter what, it's still bearish long term at retrospect, and it's within a channel as well. You guys can say that this is a channel and or a falling wedge. Falling wedge is bullish, but a channel, it breaks above all sorts of breaks off the top, breaks off the bottom. So nonetheless, I would just wait for the break of 107.5, profit target 105.49, and then you can come down here at 103.5. Break above this area right here, 110, profit target, you can go up here, this well-known area of resistance slash support right there. It will be the new resistance. As you guys can see, it kind of hit right there, then fell. So 110.5 break can come all the way up to 112. Then of course 113.63, and then 116. I wouldn't really go that far. What time frame do I use when day trading? I use 5. I use 1, the 5, and then the 15. But nonetheless, I look at the higher time frames and I work my way down. That's just how I was taught to do it by Kevin, and it's always worked out very well. You guys want me to check out pins? Let's go to pins real quick. So we played pins on the downside, I believe. Yeah, pins. I was watching for the retest of 62.5. Break below 61.3, profit target 59.5, yada yada yada. So we go to the 1 hour. You see that it broke 61.3 right there, right? So it broke all the way down, hit first profit target, and then hit second profit target right there. 58.3, I believe, was the second profit target. Yeah, hit the second profit target. Didn't come all the way down to the next profit target, but that's okay. Nonetheless, right now, within the 4 hour, it is bear flagging, or bull flagging, I should say. To an extent. I wouldn't go too far as to say that, but right now it's making lower lows, but making higher lows within the MACD. MACD is getting ready to cross right there, and stochastic has more room to fall, so we can see this go all the way down and fill the gap at 55 right there. But nonetheless, if you guys really want to go about it, you guys can say this is bull flagging and wait for the bull flag break right there. So let's go to the smaller time frame and see. Go to the smaller time frame and see. Let me create a new one. 11.0220 watch list. Pins. Okay. We'll start doing right here. What's going on, Tyler? How you doing, man? Oh, Cake Eater. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. You just go in and out. Yes, I do. So 5 contracts is what I do. Then I take 3 out once first profit target hits. And then I do about halfway from the first profit target to where I got in at would be my stop loss. Once it hits that stop loss, stop out, because no matter what, depends on volatility and all that. You can still make money, or you can cut even. It depends on volatility and all that. And you guys know I hell it. James, he's really good with volatility. Pick his brain about volatility. He's an absolute genius with volatility, nonetheless. But yeah, right here is. You guys can say that this is I'd say that this is a falling wedge right now. Nonetheless, but on the 1 hour, it is creating lower lows, but and lower lows is on the MACD as well. So if we just get rid of all this real quick, get rid of all this, get rid of this. So let's just do a whole new fib, right? I'm not gonna go from swing high. I'm gonna go from good, well-known resistance right here down to here. So I would watch. It could come up to this area, this golden pocket right here, and retest between 61.5 and 60 area, and retest, and then drop below to fill this gap. But once again, if you guys really want to do the break below, hold on, let me see. Let me do this real quick. Break below 57.5. Watch the retest on this area as well. Once again, like I said, this is kind of a falling wedge. Give me a second. I'll do DPZ in a second. Break below 57.8. Okay, hold up. Falling wedge. Below 57.8. Profit target is 56. I'll do 56.5. You don't want to get too greedy with it. Then we'll do 54. Don't want to get too greedy with it. And then break above. We'll do the opposite side, right? Because you don't want to be biased on just one side. That's how me and myself, I've taken a lot of losses. So I'd wait for the break above the golden pocket. Break above 61.5. Profit target is break above 61.5. Your profit target would be so this is obviously a fib we're chasing right here, 62.3, 63.3, 62.3, 63.3, and then if you guys really wanted to, you can go up all the way to 65. There's nothing wrong with that. DPZ, I have never done DPZ, so let me do that. For day trading, do you set profit target at next resistance on 1 minute or 5 minute? So no matter what, resistance is resistance and support is support, no matter the time frame. But within that time frame, the higher time frame you have, the more respected it is. So as you guys can see, it created resistance here and it just broke through right on the 5 minute. but on the 1 minute it creates different supports and resistances, right? So resistance right there, fell down, retested it right here, fell down again, retested it again, and then broke through, retested it. And so me myself, I like to do higher time frames, and I basically only go off of these time frames, to be honest. As you guys can see, the fib, well respected resistance that I broke through is gonna more likely be hit again at some point, is going to be support right here at 53.5, and that's where the next fib is. And like, fib retracements are so powerful. Let me get rid of that real quick. So like I said, from decent well-known resistance to the next low, that is a support. You see it hit right there twice. And as you guys can see, bam, it was old resistance right here. And then this one right here is also old resistance right here, as you guys can see. It comes all the way across right there. Okay, but let's go and do DPZ real quick. This is for Tyler, DPZ. I don't even know what DPZ... Oh, Dominoes. Oh, let's go. Okay, so let me go out here. Alright, so as you guys can see, it's within the downtrend. So I would do from right here, okay, down to here, because this is a well-known area of resistance slash support. You guys can see here, bouncing off this on the 4 hour, bounced off again, came back up, tested the golden pocket, came back down, wanted to test again, and then came back down. So long term, if you guys are looking to swing this, it can easily, as you guys can see, it broke below right here, but it did a bull hammer right here. And on the 4 hour, it is making lower lows, right? Lower lows from here to there, right? But it's making higher lows here on the MACD. That is bullish divergence right there. And nonetheless, right here, it's also within a channel, as you guys can see. So I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back up, hits it, and then possibly breaks out. Earnings, they... No, it doesn't show me there. Let's go over here. Earnings of Q3, right? Yeah, Q3, they dropped in earnings, as you guys can see there. They didn't beat earnings. So let's see here. It could easily come all the way down to 36.9. Let's go to the 1 hour here and see how it's doing. Alright, so that's a nice engulfing candle right there. You see how it engulfed and swallowed up all these other ones. Still making higher lows, even though it's making lower lows. That's very bullish right there, even though it's in a downtrend and within a channel right there. Let me see. Let me go back here. Alright, so let's hit there. Alright, so bam, hit, then look, it hit right there again. So nonetheless, it's well respecting the uptrend that it has started and is continuing to do. Well-known area of supply and demand right here. Nonetheless, you guys see just tall wicks and or getting eaten up. So area of demand would be right there. So it could easily break above and go back up. Let me go to a smaller time frame on the 1 hour. Alright, so once again, I don't really like to trade this chop. So I'd wait for a well-respected area to break. So if we go down here to the low, go up to here to this high right here. Me myself, I would do the break of 383.5. You always want to go up a little bit higher. Don't ever take that chance. Why would you take uncertain chances whenever you can get certain profitability out of it? 383.5 profit target would be right here at 387. I really wouldn't go that far. Bull divergence 4 hour / 1 hour break above. Let's go to the smaller time frame for this. To the 5 minute we go. Oh no, okay, go to the 15 minute. Trading views all weird about it. So technically, you guys can do the break above 379 if you really wanted to. Your profit target would be smaller because it's not 100% certain that it's going to go in this direction because of this resistance right here. As you guys can see, it tested it right here, tested it right there, broke above, came back down. So it could easily go back up and test it. But right now it's this is the death cross. The 200 EMA has crossed the 50 EMA actually all the way up here. Nonetheless, at that sudden drop, it's been in a temporarily downtrend. This is called a primary trend. It is not the set in stone trend. So you guys can do the break above 379, 380 to 381.3, and then 383.2. But I would just wait for the confirmation of the break of 383.2. Profit target would be 387.5, then 388. Or you guys can do profit target of 385.5. As you guys can see right here, it is an area of support that broke down that will turn into resistance, as you guys can see, because once it breaks support, that old support now becomes a ceiling, which is known as the resistance. Simple things right there. So break of 383.3, profit target 385.5. 385.5, and then 387. 387, okay. Break below. Alright, so now we're gonna do to the downside because I don't like playing one-sided to it. So I would wait for this break of 373. Go back up here to this. 373. Profit target would be, let me go to another time frame, see if there's another profit target we can hit. Yeah, as you guys can see, this is a well-known area. So I would do break of 374. Profit target would be 372, then 370, 368. Break below 374. Profit target is 372, 370, and then 368. Just keep it short and sweet, simple like that. Okay, let's go over to Apple. Apple was on my watch list the other day as well. It's normally in my watch list, you guys can see. Apple's well respected. I like playing Apple. So Apple, I had break below 108. I'm just going to copy and paste this because I know it did not break below 108 unless it has within now. But let's take a look at Apple. Go to the 4 hours. You guys like? No, I like to go from top to bottom. Not a problem, Tyler. Appreciate you throwing DPC. On breakouts, do you wait a 5-minute candle to fully break and hold? Yes, I like to wait for the 5-minute candle to fully break and hold, or I like to get in on the retest on the 1 minute or the 5 minute. Retest is a good confirmation. EMA crosses are a good confirmation. I just like playing it as simple as can be. Breaking retest on trends, patterns, support, resistance, supply and demand, all that stuff. I like to keep it short and sweet and simple, and that's an extra confirmation right there. For me, at least. I don't know how you guys like to play. Everybody has their own thing that works for them, and if it works for you, continue doing what works for you. Me, myself, I found that this works for me, and I played these plays plus SQ, and 10 of these plays, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then SQ, out of 12 of these plays hit on Friday. And as you guys know, I posted over here as well within TCX and my own channel, my own Discord. So you guys can see the setups. BA within the descending channel, break below 146, profit target 143, 140, 137. As you guys can see, BA came all the way down to 143. ZM broke 4-hour bull flag, bear flag, break below 483. 473, 467, 457. But I also did the upside in this case because you never know how the market reacts, how it's gonna go. So I also did the above side. So it broke 483, right? This was the play right here. This isn't. It went even lower than this, but break of 483, right? And within the first hour and a half, yeah, 10:37, hour and a half, it hit my second profit target, I believe. Third profit target. Yeah, hit my third profit target, 467. Yeah, second profit target. My mistake. Then SQ, as you guys can see, I did this break above 170, 171, 173, 175, break below 164, 162, 160, and SQ broke 164.5 and came all the way down to 156 right there. So I like playing both sides because you never know which way the market's going to go, and if it don't break these essential levels, I don't like getting in. I don't like taking the chance. I don't like doing any of that because if it can just keep on bouncing. It can just create the range that it can create and just stay within it. Stock cross is key. Yes, I like to play stock and MACD and fibs. That's my price action key. Level 2 and tape. I don't really read tape. I haven't gotten good at reading tape. I used to be decent at reading tape, but as of lately, I have not read tape in a long time. But nonetheless, reading tape and all that is very good. Alright, so here within the 4 hour, as you guys can see, a while ago, I used to have break or falling wedge within symmetrical triangle. So nonetheless, it used to be in a symmetrical triangle, right? If I zoom out here, I used to have a symmetrical triangle here, right there, and it broke, right? Broke to the downside, and as you guys can see, it kind of came up and retested this golden pocket right there. So if you guys wanted to, you guys could have got in right there or at the break of the 200 EMA on the 4 hour time frame at let's say 113, and it all came all the way down to 108 or so, but I was waiting for the break of 108. As you guys can see, MACD is below, signaling downtrend. Stock is within the downtrend as well. It's a little overextended right here, so I can see a pullback and then a continuation. Let's go to the 1 hour here. So right now it's kind of broke this little channel falling wedge that it was doing, and we tested it, but it could easily continue going up considering that it is now kind of within this little bull flag, because a bear flag goes up like this, right? Bear flag is like this, right? So this is within a bull flag, even though it didn't run up and isn't creating a really bull flag. This would be considered a rising wedge nonetheless. But I'll show you guys how I play this right now. So like I said, I'd be waiting for the break of this, see how it hit this area, then continued up. So I'd be waiting for the break of 107.5. Let me change this a little bit. 107.5. Okay, let's see here. 107.5, and it can come all the way down. Yeah, as you guys can see, it has 106.5 right here. 105.5, and then it can come all the way down to here. 103.5. So I'm just gonna set those profit targets. I said 106.5, right? Yep, 106.5, 105.5. Then 103.5, and then break above 112.5, 114, and 118 profit target. And the reason why I have that is because, look, this is a well-known area of support that has turned resistance. So I'm not trying to trade within this chop. You guys can if you want to. Bounce, 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 bounce if you really want to. Me, myself, I don't like trading that. I like to trade areas of well-known resistance and support, as I've said, I think, like 5 times within the stream. But nonetheless, break above 112.5. So you want to go to the next area of resistance, which is right over here. Let me go to a smaller time frame. Let me see if I can do this real quick. All right, so technically, you can do down here, it's up there for stochastic, right? smacked resistance. It doesn't have to be swing high, swing low. It can be well-known areas of support and resistance. It doesn't really, fibs work how you want them to work, essentially. Golden pocket, however, is 0.5 to 0.618. So technically, you got to watch out for this 200 EMA on the 5-minute, and then I'm pretty sure it's still below it within the 1 minute, or is about to cross. Yeah, it's crossed over within the 1 minute. Let's go back to the 5-minute real quick. Okay, so me myself, like I said, I would wait for the break of this, because you still got this whole room to run from 112.5 to 113.5. That's a dollar move. That's, depending on the delta, anywhere from $50 to $70 move right there. That's like a 20% gain right there, depending on what contract you get and everything, and how it all works out for you, how many contracts you get and all that. But me myself, I would wait for the break of 112.5. Profit target would be right here, 113.5, and then come up to this next area of resistance / support right there, and that's the beginning of the golden pocket, the big golden pocket. So 115.96. So these are your two profit targets right here, 113.8, then 15. Let's just say 115.5. You don't want to get too greedy with it, because it also found support right there, support right there. So profit target would be 113.8, so to speak, and then 115.5. So let me 113.8, 115.5, and then I had 118 as well. Let's see. I believe 118 is, yeah, 118 is also the other old resistance that became support that is now also resistance. If it breaks above this resistance here at 112.5, this will be the next hard resistance up here within the 4 hour. So let's see here. I played, let's do Zoom. Let's go over that play. I believe it fully, yeah. Zoom. So within my chat, I signaled Zoom, not home. I signaled Zoom on the 28th. Said home stock hot, break below 507, profit target 502, 495, 485 right there. I believe that was the first time I signaled Zoom within a couple days. Yes, it was. Okay, so break below 507. Why did I have the break below at 507? Well, as you guys can see, this 507 acted as hard support, right? Hard support right there, right? Came down. Let's go to the 4 hour so you guys can see a little bit better. Hard resistance on the 4 hour. It came down, worked, created a little hammer right there. Then I'd use my fibs from up here to down there, because it was a temporary downtrend. So I was just waiting to see if it would break this resistance right there, right? That's support right there. And as it did, it created a little bull flag right here. So what you want to do is you want to draw this line from top to bottom, right? So draw it from top to bottom, right? So top up here 486, bottom right here is 507, right? Control, and then you bring it down to the break, right? So technically, that was $80 move right there, right? Not the break of the bull flag. This right here, break of the bull flag, 517, came all the way down to 450. That is a $60 move, $70 move. My math is a little shot, kind of a little tipsy right now, but nonetheless, this bull flag is pretty much, this bear flag is completed essentially, because it found hard support right here. That was old resistance that became support right there, as you guys can see. So me myself, once again, I'd wait for the break of this resistance and or the break of this support or this resistance right here. But once again, it can range within here, and this range is well 455 to 507. That's a $50 range. I mean, you guys could play it if you really want to. Me and myself, I wait for certain plays to show themselves. You guys can trade within this range if you really want to. See how that's literally a $50 range right there. So nonetheless, $50 range right there. You could go from there to there. Just keep on bouncing around. So Zoom, I'm still waiting for the break of I would wait for the break of right here at 455. The next profit target would be right here. This would be the long profit target. It's right at the 200 EMA as well. 420 or so, and blaze up. You know how it is and how it is. So okay, let's see. It's making lower lows. How it's also making lower lows in stocks. It's about even right now on the MACD. I mean on the MACD. Stochastic about to switch up, although the MACD has switched over to the downtrend. Let's go to the 1 hour, see how this is doing. Okay, so yes, 1 hour. As you can see, it broke again, right? So 1 hour, making lower lows, right? Making lower lows. MACD is making higher lows. It's a little overextended down here on the MACD as well, and then on the stochastic as well. So stochastic, I'd wait for the break above. Stochastic, it gotta give at some point. The break above there. So nonetheless, if you guys really wanted to, you guys could play the break of right here at 470 or so. Profit target would be 480. And then 5 if you guys really wanted to. So in the 1 hour, it's showing a bull divergence. That's what that is on the MACD. Zoom 1 hour bull divergence. However, I'm going to remind myself that it completed the bull flag, or the bear flag. Complete the bear flag. Okay, let's go to the 5 minute here because this is all within 2 days that it broke and continued going on, right? So 29th and then the 30th right here. So nonetheless, I guarantee if I do from here to here, profit target is going to be here or then up here on the fibs. Let's try that out from there to there. Profit target, look, there and then there. What would I say? These profit targets are well-known areas of supports and resistances on the fibs, and it's the fibs nice and simple like that, and that's how fibs work. So break above 471, profit target would be 480, then 495. Look at that, guys. This is literally a textbook play, right? Okay, so break above 472, just to be certain. Break above 472, profit target is 480. Then we don't want to get too carried away with it, so we're just going to do 490, even though I know I said 495, and that's the area of well-known resistance right here. We're just going to play it safe because 200 EMA and everything's right there. And then break below. And then just do this for the other side, right? It's that simple. So just go up here. Bam. So you see how golden pocket is still being well respected right here. It can't really break it, even though it did a little bit right there, but it's still in the downtrend. Much respected things. Break below 456 right here, right? 456. Profit target 447. And I guarantee if we go over here, if it will let me go back that far, 457 is what I said, correct? Yes. 457. Okay, so we go over here. 457 is, no, I definitely was not 457. I'm lying. 100% lying. $447. Okay. Low dyslexic, you know how it is. 447 is, okay, it's not really an area of support or resistance, but it ran up that day. Okay, so nonetheless, profit target would be 447. If you really want 450, don't get too greedy about it. Then 432. So I would do 450, 445, 447, then 440. You don't want to get too greedy about it. Break below 456. Profit target is 450, 447, then 440. You don't want to get too greedy with it. Greed kills. Piton, yes. So as you guys can see, I already got my fibs up on the 5-minute. So as you guys can see, area of well-known support turned resistance, then well-known area of support right here, right? And it came up, retested, right? Okay, so this is how powerful the golden pocket is. Came up, retested this golden pocket, broke above, but it closed below, right? And then came up, retested again, created this nice little bear flag, right? And this is how easy it is. Create this bear flag, and then you want to wait for the break of the area of well-known, the next low right here, right? So break of 112.6, and then my profit target on Piton was, so I actually had a break below the yesterday's old or Thursday's low, right? And it broke below, and then my profit target was this area right here, 112.5, and then 110. As you guys can see, once it broke the low, kind of came back, we tested this golden pocket, right, and then straight fell, and it didn't stop. And as you guys can see, the volume was going up to confirm, and then came back and kind of corrected itself, and still within the profit target area. So this was a successful, one of the most successful trades I had on Friday. So if we go ahead and clear this out, right? Clear this as well, clear that as well, kind of shrink it up. So how we're gonna play this one, right, is, so go to the 4 hour, let's see how it's looking on the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, right, it's broke below this uptrend. And Piton's been running for a while. It broke this rising wedge. That was one of the clear signs for me. Then it came back down. And it completed within the fibs for the long swing low and swing high. It completed fully, right? Completed fully all the way up here. That was a from 29 September to 16 October, 3-week swing. That was a 35% common stock move, and that's 35% common stock move. That's a lot of percentage within options, as everybody here knows. So if we go up here, go down here, right, it already just about hit first profit target, and it can come all the way down here to this old area of resistance, which will be turned support. I could definitely see it hitting that. Also, it's looking like it kind of has this head and shoulders kind of thing going on right now, to an extent. I wouldn't really say that this is a clear head and shoulders indication or a pattern. It's a little choppy, but nonetheless, this is a thick head and shoulders if it does complete the trend. I really could be a head and shoulders. I wouldn't really testify that it's a head and shoulders completely yet, but as you guys can see, this profit target became a well-known area of support right here, right? Support, came back down, support, and it broke, right? So this would be a resistance. So from here to there, you guys can $13 profit target area, and it's well easily to be done. So right now it's in a bull divergence, unless let me get rid of that. Making lower lows on price, right? But the MACD is making higher highs. Stochastic is oversold. However, the MACD also shows that it's in a downtrend. Let's go to the 1 hour real quick. Okay, so as you guys can see here, lower lows. I really wouldn't say that this is not a bull divergence of any kind within the 1 hour time frame. So it can go both ways here. So that's why I like to play both sides, right? I'm not one-sided to any kind of market. I like to be dual-sided nonetheless. Okay, so fibs go from resistance right here, right, to the bottom down here. So break below 109, profit target would be 107, then 103. Okay, so let's do this real quick. Piton, 4-hour bull divergence. Now remember, the higher the time frame, the more it trumps over the lower time frames. Keep that in mind. 4-hour bull divergence. Break below 109. Profit target 107. 103. 109. Profit target 107. 103. Now that's a $4 profit target. Don't get me wrong. It's a little out there, but you never know how it can go. Okay, and then once again, as I said, you just want to switch these around, right? As I said before, you guys can play the break above golden pockets, but I like to get the break of the 1 fib and or 0 fib to confirm the direction. You guys can play from the golden pocket. I don't really. You can if you want. I just like having a more sustained and reliable break of a certain area, rather than it could possibly hit the 1 or it could possibly hit the 0 on the fib. I'd rather get the break of the 1 or the break of the 0 on the fib to hit the potential 1.618 and then 2.618, because that's the move right there. You don't want to be too eager to get into a trade, because the more eager you are, the more your mind just runs around and you just lose focus of what you're doing, and you just it becomes a problem. And nobody likes problem within trading. They like good risk to reward ratios, good profit targets, right? And as you guys see, this 113 is also a fib on the 4-hour time frame. I believe this is the alright, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is the 1.618 right here on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so break above 113.5, right? You want to go up above it a little bit. 113.5, profit target is 115.5, then 119.5, or you guys can do 117. So I'm going to create 3. So break above 113.5. Profit target is 115.5, 117, and then 119. 115.5, 117, and then 119. And it's as easy as that, guys. You guys don't gotta do much more and much less. Keep it as easy as it is to understand for you guys, and it'll work out in your favor. Okay, does anybody got anything they want me to look over? Other than that, I'm just going to continue going about what I already have been looking at. Fossler was another good trade that we did the other day, and I know Rozzy within the TCX community and the NXS community has taken the break above, what did I say? So Fossler break above 94, profit target 95.5, 97.5. So they beat earnings. So break above 94.5, and it ran all the way up to 98, which is another fib level. I'm not sure what fib level it was within the larger time frame of things, but it hit nonetheless, right? And then we wrote it down as well. Right? So break below 91.5, profit target 90 and 88, right? So bam, 90, right? Hit within the next day. 88 hit within the next day, and then it came down and hit the golden pocket on the larger time frame as well, and then continued up. So if you guys really want to, you could guys play this on the upside. Once it breaks above 88, 87.5, can come all the way back up here to 8 to 90. Then once again to 91. Then all the way back up to all the way up here 96. It's all dependent on price action, how the market is. Overall market is very big within this time frame. Let's take a look at how the overall market is doing again. 5 minutes, yeah. So as you guys can see, it's staying below my demand area. It's really trying to push up above my resistance, but every time it does, it breaks back down. So as I said, it's trading within this range, right? I also trade futures. I didn't trade today. I'm waiting until after the elections to really trade futures, because futures makes a $10 move really quick, and within the contract, depending on what future you're playing, that $10 move is $200 a contract, $500 a contract. It really depends on the futures you're playing, the contract you're playing, the account you're playing, and it all just goes into it. But right now, you guys can see it's making higher lows, right? But it is making lower lows on the MACD. So that right there is a bull divergence nonetheless on the smaller time frame. So you guys can see it come up and hit this. It's right on the area of resistance as well, my well-known resistance area. And this goes all the way back to Jesus, all the way back to the end of September as well. But overall market has to do with it, is do everything within the trading. Are you trading Tesla this week? You trade first 15 minutes at open. I like to not trade the first 30 minutes of open, but if I see if it's already within the trend and the trend's still going on, and it broke my level, I'm going to get in, but I'm going to keep my stop loss tight. Like Kevin taught, 15%. I will get out 15% stop loss, because I don't care about re-entering, because my profit targets will bring me more than 15%. Is that understandable for you guys? My profit targets bring me a lot more than 15%. My profit targets bring, I think on average, it has brought this whole last week, every time I hit my profit target, it has brought an average of 200%, I believe. I know this girl was trading my Zoom within TCX. Let me see. She made guap, and I mean like not just a little bit of guap. I mean like $12,000 guap. Let me see if I can find her. She was, here it is, right here, Agent Sniper. This was the Zoom, as you guys can see right there. Just straight, simply break my resistance, and then just rode all the way down. 11,000 right there, on the 4% down. Common stock going down. I get right what you see how it broke above just right now. Broke above. I wouldn't be surprised if it tries and fills this gap in really quick, or hits the 200 EMA and then just breaks back down. Okay, but let's go to BA real quick. Oh, BA. Okay, so the reason why BA is up after hours. Let me see if there's any news. There might be some news. I believe they're getting new Boeing jet. Blah 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 blah. I'm pretty sure they're getting debt relief. That's why Boeing is up after hours. Nonetheless, it's not really up after hours, seeing as how this is 16 o'clock right there. It's up a whole 42 cents, whatever, right? 40, not even 42 cents, whatever. But nonetheless, I signaled this trade on Monday within our group, right? And you guys are gonna see why. I also posted it on my Instagram, posted it within the TCX as well, right over here within the setups. I also explained why within the setups, within descending channel, break below 146, 143, 140, 137, right? But I signaled this within my group the other day, at the break, and I'll show you guys right here, right? So I created this trend line, right? It's not really a 100% confirmed trend line, but retested, broke up, tested the channel again, came back down, tested it again. So I was waiting for the break of this new support right there, right? And it broke down, right? Broke right here. So I've signaled this. Let me go over to here. It was within the free. I signaled this on Monday. Okay, right here. Yep, right here. October 26th, BA 5 November 145 put at 151. Right. And as you guys can see right there, it's at the break of the channel. I want to get the confirmation. It was a little risky lotto considering earnings coming up, but Boeing has barely anybody's been traveling. So this is kind of a confirmed continuation of the channel and the trend. 5 November 145 put at 151. That was a price of it to get in. And ever since then, let me check really quick. 151. Let me check really quick at the price of it. I believe it's at $6 right now. $6 a contract, which is 100, 200, 300, 400% right now. That would be 400% right now, yes. On a contract that doesn't expire till this upcoming week, this upcoming trading week. And it still has room to fall, right? So it broke below the support right here, right? But as you guys can see, that support right there, it's also about to become retested. It's also about to become retested. And if it doesn't break up above it, this has room to continue falling down to 138.95. And I will signal that within TCX, within my trading community as well. So I would wait for the break of 143. Profit target would be 142. Then all the way down here to 139. $3 move right there, guys. It doesn't get much simpler than that. I do have my own Discord group. I'm not trying to take anybody from TCX because I respect Kevin. I respect what he does, and he taught me everything I know. I'm not even gonna front about that. Kevin has taught me everything I know. I just found what worked for me and am expanding and going on my own way, but I still support the TCX community. As you guys can see, I post some setups. I talked to Kevin about it. He's allowing me to post some setups. Me and Kevin have mutual respect, and it's nothing but mutual respect and friendship and love. Like, he's taught me a lot. He's made me grow. Absolutely outstanding guy. 100% absolutely outstanding guy. He's done a lot for the trading community. Him and Simba, James, Trent, Rod, Hannah, and who am I forgetting? I feel like I'm Jay. How could I forget Jay? My man Jay. Jay is absolutely crazy with it whenever it comes to market analysis and SPY and all that. But as you guys can see, making lower lows here, so it's not within the divergence or anything. Stochastic kind of curled up, but I can see it hitting this support right here. And this support, or this resistance right here, will also become this resistance, broken support right here. And it's really weird that I say that because, look, right here, right how I hit resistance right there, also hit resistance right there. Stochastic acts as support and resistance as well. As you guys can see, it hit support right down here. You guys can't really see right there, but right up above it is support right there as well. And then stayed in the middle, or then broke down below, and then continued riding down. Stochastic also shows support and resistance as well. But anyways, so as you guys know, it's making lower lows, right? Look at the 1 hour though. You guys notice anything? Any kind of divergence and or anything? So yes, it's within a bull divergence. It's at the bottom of the channel, essentially. So this thing can absolutely break and absolutely run. This thing can break and just continue dropping. So if we do a little trend line right there, do another little trend line right there, it's not really any, it's just within a channel, within another channel. And then once it breaks this channel, it's just going to continue up within the channel. Kind of a channel situation, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, break below 142, I would say 141.5 just to be on the safe side, because I think that's right here. Yeah, 141.5 on the safe side of things. Let's just go from there to there. 140.5, and then 139, and then 138. Okay, so let's just do this really quick. Okay, goodbye SQ. BA 1 hour bull divergence, as I just said. Break below, what I say, 139.5, 141.5, 140.5, 139. 141.5. Profit target is 140.5. 139, then 138. Okay, and then break above. And so once again, let me get rid of this real quick. Let me just fully get rid of that. Fully get rid of this. Let's go to the 5-minute side. It's a little easier to see. Alright, so you guys can do from here to there, but obviously it's already broken that area, so you guys can do from there to there. Bring this up to where it hit more times. Hit, 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 right? So break above 145.5. Profit target would be right here at 146.65 or 146.5. That's a $1 move right there. 147, and then as you guys know, 150. Once again, you don't want to just go off of these fib retracements, right? You also want to take a look back and see if there's other resistances, like you guys can hit, break below, retested, came back down, right? And then broke below here, right? Retested the other resistance up here, and then it came back down, retested again, just kept going within the trend. So break above 145.5, 145.5. Just go to the stochastics real quick. 146.5. Profit target 146.5. 147. Then I would say 149. There's no need to go more than that. I mean, there is a few are swinging it because the bottom channel can go all the way up to the other side of it, to the top side of the channel. There's just trends within trends. You guys got to look for trends, within more trends, within other trends. Each time frame will have a different trend. So let me see if I can actually find a different trend right here. So my computer's about to die. So right there, right? This would be a downtrend right here. Broke above, retested, came back down, broke above, retested, and it's right there, right? And then you can do this. It's a little sketchy to do this. No, I wouldn't even try. Just go off of the trend that's going off of now. It's a little sketchy to play. Once again, I'm gonna look for high probable setups. Give me a minute and I'll be right back. I gotta plug my computer in really quick. As you guys know, I'm running off of a laptop right now. Cat sitting for my mom. Okay, guys, I'm back. Plug that in. There we go. I was wondering why I got dark for a second. It confused me. Is it not working? Huh, how about that? It's really not working. Give me a second. Give me a second. There we go. Okay, now it's working. Alright. So let's go check out SQ. SQ's a little back and forth right now. And I'll show you guys why. So you got this uptrend, right, on the 4 hour. You got this very well respected uptrend within the 4 hour. Continuing to go with that, it's all the way there. And it broke down below, right? It broke below the golden pocket to the upside. Broke, and it's right at the 0.236 and right at the 200 EMA. So I did this have this in a falling wedge, which is a bullish pattern, but it just came off of a very large rising wedge, which is a bearish pattern. And so if we go from the bottom here to the top where it started, 133 to 172, $40 move, and it broke, right? So once it broke 181, so it can come all the way down to back down to here or so to speak. But it found this 200 EMA. Earnings is coming up apparently on the 5th. Yes, it is actually. I know it is because I got this. Posted this today. It's after close. So is Roku. So is Peloton. Dropbox. Uber. There's a lot of high names. This is really an earnings month, but with the with the election, earnings really isn't the play. I've seen earnings beat and then it just fall like $4. So nonetheless, found the 200 EMA right on the 4 hour, which is a huge thing, right? 50 EMA, however, crossed over the 21 and the 9 EMA, rejected at the top of the golden pocket and fell. That was the high of this was 167 and the low was 152. That was a $15 move. As you guys can see, this is not this average true range. So this is probably going to get corrected, and I'm having a feeling it's going to get corrected, hit at this new resistance there, because it broke this support right here. So I can come up, see it being resistance, smacking here or smacking the trend line, one of those two options, and then continuing down possibly. So within the 4 hour, it is making lower lows. Kind of got a bull divergence going on within the 4 hour, but within the 1 hour, it was making a bullish divergence, as you guys can see, making lower lows, but it was making higher lows or higher highs over here actually. Then it just broke down, right? Literally just broke. So I'm not sure if there's any news to back as to why it fell. Credit Karma talks to sellers tax. Square incorporating buying weakness. So Square is obviously very big within the coronavirus. Less people using money and all that, but it's making lower lows. It is not within any kind of divergence on the 1 hour, but as I said, I like to play both sides, so we could easily do the break of, let's go right here, the break is 156.5, profit target is 159, right up here. And I really wouldn't go in between that. Just let it hit the profit target. I'm only going to signal that profit target as well. So, broke below well respected trend line. Break above 156.5. 156.5. Profit target is, we'll do 158.5, so it's safe, then 159. I'm not even going to signal this other one. I'll just go straight to the other resistance known as support right here, as you guys can see, at 164. 164, okay, and then break below 152. Then once again, you literally just flip-flop these two around, right? Flip-flop these two around. You guys can go here if you really want to, but I'm going to go up here. Break below 152, right? We're not going to go from here because we got this other fib right here. We got this other fib right there. 150.5, then 148. Being conservative about it. Break below 152, 150.5, then 148. Be conservative about it. You don't want to go too far out. You don't want to get too greedy, cause you to hold on, and then it didn't hit my profit target. And then all of a sudden, you're continuing to hold it as it continues to get higher. Once it broke low, and then it's just a lose at that time. So Facebook is kind of a weird one, right? So I had it within a symmetrical triangle, and I signaled Facebook a couple times within my community. All right, so I signaled it as it broke this resistance right there, hit the profit target, right, and then it continued going, and I was waiting for the retest of the break of the symmetrical triangle. Kind of retested here, and I signaled the break of 278. My profit target was 282, and it hit once again because that was also a well-known area of resistance. And then couldn't keep it, and it couldn't keep it. Earnings, right? It beat, but look. See, this is what I mean by the earnings. It beat, right? It beat the earnings, and it went all the way up. But after that, it just dropped, and it just dropped from 279 all the way to 271. $8 drop after beating earnings. Earnings right now is a huge gamble, and I can't stress that enough. It's a huge gamble. So all in all, I'm gonna actually delete everything besides these trend lines. I'm gonna actually delete everything within here, right? I'm gonna delete all that. So I'm just gonna leave my symmetrical triangle because this trend line goes all the way back down to there, right? And as of right now, it broke below, right? And it retested right there. And now on the 4 hour, it's below the it is below the 200 EMA, right? However, death cross has not happened yet. The 50 EMA is not underneath the 200 EMA yet, which is still signaling that it's an uptrend, right? Once it breaks below, see, this is called a golden cross right here. The 200 EMA crosses underneath the 50 EMA. That right there is a good indication on a high time frame that it is an uptrend. And as you guys can see, once it did that, it went all the way from 179 back in April, all the way up to the highs of 305 over here. Created this little symmetrical triangle here. I had that falling wedge over here, which is a bullish pattern. As you guys can see, it broke it right there, right? That's another reason why I got in that break right over there. I believe I had that over here. Facebook, before I broke out of falling wedge, symmetrical triangle break, but yep, exactly. Okay, so I'm probably gonna go about 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna stop. So if you guys want any more tickers, let me know, and then I will do those tickers really quick. And yes, I do. I have my own Discord group outside of TCX, but that's simply because of how great Kevin is and everybody, all the mods and admins within the TCX community. So we're gonna go from swing high, kind of. We're just gonna go from here because you guys can see it hit right there to the swing low right here. Right, hit, all right here. Down a little bit. So the break of 259, I don't want to get into early. It says 259.77. I don't care about that. The break of 259. Let's bring this up. Let's see if it's making any kind of divergences. Lower lows, lower low. 1 hour, lower lows, right? No divergences or anything like that. So the break of 259, profit target is 255, then 248, right? Facebook broke below well respected trend line again, well respected trend line, break below 259, right? 259. Profit target is 255, then 248. We don't want to get too greedy about, like I said again, but it kind of is greedy unless whole $4, and then another $7 right there. But it's easily doable. As you guys see, I've marked these areas before, and it has happened before. So break above 265, right? I'm not going to go too far out with this. 265.5, profit target 268, right? Break above 265.5, profit target 268. Then we're going to go with right here, right? So you guys can see it's another fib line and a well-respected area of old support, which has become new resistance, or will become new resistance. I'm just gonna go actually to the top of this golden pocket and say 270, and then 272. I'm not trying to get too carried away with it, but this is going to be my main watch list for tomorrow. I know it says weekly analysis, but essentially these can break. These all have a good possibility of it breaking tomorrow. I'm gonna include some of these high profitable trades within TCX, but all of these will be within my group. I'm actually sending it out right now as we speak. Watch list right here at everyone shift. Bam. And then I'm gonna do Piton and BA. Piton, BA, and SQ are gonna be my free watch list for the community and TCX. Add everyone free watch list for tomorrow. Bam. As easy as that. All you guys gotta do is set the alerts within TradingView, TOS, whichever one works for you guys. Then once those alert hits, you just wait for it and it'll come up, and just like that, just wait for the break, possible retest, watch for volume. Then it's as simple as that, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed. This is going to be the end of the stream, and I hope you all have a great trading week. Don't be biased, don't be one-sided. Stick to stop losses, have good profit targets in mind, stick to profit percentages as well. Don't look at the dollar percentages, because that can throw you out, you getting greedy. And I hope you all have a great trading week and a good week in general. Happy new November. And let's get in the mood for some Christmas and some Thanksgiving, some good old turkey on the table. You guys have a great day.